So thank you again for being here. I'm just going to briefly introduce our lady panelists and then hand you over to Laura, who will be moderating, and then we're going to be opening it up for questions. So think of questions. Here we have Ludovica Villar-Hauser, who is a director with many credits on the West End and Off-Broadway. And she's also the founder and artistic director of Parity Productions. And then Christine Cox, who is a producer of The Amazing Max that has been touring and been performed in New York Off-Broadway for the last 5 years. I was so read. And then Glory Kadigan, over there to my left, who is also an accomplished director who's directed many world premieres by amazing playwrights. And she is also the founder and was the producing artistic director for many years of Planet Connections Theater Festivity, which is New York's sort of premier eco-friendly and socially conscious theater festival, which is running this year from June 12th to July 9th. There you go. So thank you so much for being here.
And first of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, and thank you, Anthony, for hosting us. One of the first things that always comes to my mind when Italians come to New York is that to explain how different it is to produce a play, to produce theater in New York compared to Italy. So my first question is really, when you start to think about producing a play, what are the first steps? How do you start thinking of production? If you would like to say the first 3 steps that you do.
You want to go for that one?
Well, I think budget is definitely one of the first steps.
But I believe that's where it starts. It starts with the product, and the product is the play. So I have to fall in love with it. That's the first thing. Get to know the playwright, make sure you don't have a lunatic on your hands. I'm sorry, reality of life. You're going to work with this person for a long time. You've got to get on.
Who are the collaborators, and I think assembling a good team of people around you is something to strive for.
How do you say, can you give me some money for this project?
That sounded pretty good, actually.
If you want money, you have to ask for it.
Yeah.
And give them some sort of projection of, are you paying them their money back? When are they going to recoup their money, and do your budget accordingly?
But I would not feel comfortable raising money on the phone or by email unless I really knew that person well. I would want to see them. I want to see their reaction physically.
How do you prepare your pitch, and then the opposite? What do you like to hear?
People pitching more than once, I think.
I mean, don't tweet, Instagram, don't use all of the outlets, but do it in a kind, gracious manner, and people will respond to that.
Absolutely.